Down! Green team! Green team! Set! Hey!
Good evening, football fans, and welcome to our very special College Football Playoff National Championship recap game, post-game, whatever you want to call it. This is it, you guys. They did it. Never daunted. And I'll tell you right now, this team never was. Congratulations to the Indiana Hoosiers, the 2025/26 national champions. Applause. Applause here, applause there, applause everywhere. They did it, you guys. The Indiana Hoosiers, first-time champions ever in program history. Marsh Sharp feels it. Game-winning interception. This was special. An amazing season comes to a close. 16-0. First team to ever go 16-0. Obviously, we've had undefeated teams in the past, but this one is a little more sweeter. First time the college bracket was this big, and I'll tell you, this is the first time, for the first time ever in this kind of tournament, a team runs the table from start to finish, wire to wire, whatever you want to call it. Undefeated season, baby. What a freaking year. What a game. And the Hoosiers make history. Well, here it is, man. We're going to be talking about that for about the next half an hour. Going to have ourselves some fun tonight. See if we can get on a couple guests. We'll find out. But I'll tell you right now, man, congratulations to Coach Steady and this entire Indiana Hoosiers team. They'll be presenting the trophy, but my boy Teran and I, and maybe some guests, we'll find out. We'll be talking all about it in a few moments. You are now tuned in live to the 3 and Out College Football Playoff National Championship recap show right here on IE Sports Radio. Good refuge for all. That is sport. Welcome, all you diehard football fans out there to our very special 3 and Out College Football Playoff National Championship recap game, brought to you by Planet Jerky and good old love for the game. That's right? Because I mean, hey, you can't do without that. But of course, we'll call this the Planet Jerky post game, if you will, on IE Sports Radio. But of course, big ups and super excitement to Indiana for pulling this thing off. What an incredible year. What an amazing season. And you can't talk enough about these guys, y'all. So I just want to go ahead and say that this team deserves every bit of it. They are without a doubt one of the most special teams we've ever seen in college football. And tonight, well, they made history becoming first-time champs. So as you heard it already, this is the Planet Jerky College Football Championship recap. We're going to take ourselves a quick break and show some love to our sponsors. When we come back, we'll invite my boy Teran on and talk all about this game. You are watching, again, 3 and Out College Football National Championship recap, Planet Jerky edition, right here on IE Sports Radio. Your direct feed for all that is sports. We'll be right back after this.
IE Sports Radio fans, this show is brought to you by Planet Jerky Premium Brisket Beef Jerky. Planet Jerky is the official jerky of the 2022 California League champion Lake Elsinore Storm, single-A affiliate of the San Diego Padres. This all-brisket jerky has gluten-free options, contains no MSG, no sodium nitrate, is low in sugar, and high in protein. Go to their website at planetjerky.net and follow them on Instagram at Planet Jerky. Planet Jerky, the jerky that's on a whole other planet.
And once again, welcome back to the Planet Jerky special edition 3 and Out college football playoff recap right here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. Ladies and gentlemen, bringing on my co-host, man, as always, he is a diehard football guy like myself, but of course, host of Set Point, our volleyball show, and of course, IE Sports Radio Hall of Famer, SoCal Insider. Ladies and gentlemen, Teran Rodriguez, welcome to the show, good sir.
Welcome back, Larry. Thank you for having me on. Man, we got a lot to dissect when it comes to this match.
Oh, we do, and it was a good one, man. Again, big ups to Planet Jerky, our sponsor. Again, we'll be calling this the Planet Jerky 3 and Out college football playoff recap here, college football national championship recap here on IE Sports Radio. So big ups to them. Make sure you go grab them a bag. Okay, grab some delicious jerky, and make sure you have some for the Super Bowl. If you didn't have some for the national championship, well, you've still got time. You got playoffs and football in the NFL and all that good stuff. So make sure you support Planet Jerky. Show them some love. Teran, it was done, man. It was all done. The Indiana Hoosiers win their first national championship in program history. It was amazing, man. This game was something special. Let's go ahead and start things off, man. Indiana finished a perfect season and etched its name into the college football history, or into college football history, if you will, holding off a furious late rally from Miami to win the college football playoff national championship 27-21. What a game this was in Miami's very own stadium in the Orange Bowl. This game was not about fireworks early. It was about control, composure, and capitalizing on mistakes. First half, Indiana sets the tone. Miami's hungry, usual hungry offense. I mean, they put up points. I should say Indiana's got the hungrier offense, but Miami's, typical scoring offense, they struggled to find rhythm earlier because obviously in the national championship game, Indiana has pretty solid defense. So while Indiana methodically moved the ball, and it's crazy, man. Nico Radicic field goal opened the scoring following a grinding 14-play touchdown drive capped by Riley Nowakowski, man. 1-yard run there, giving the Hoosiers a 10-0 lead at the half. I was very impressed that Miami kept it that close at the half. Indiana dominated time possession, keeping Carson Beck and the Miami offense on the sideline and dictating the pace. Third quarter, momentum swings, man. Miami finally broke through early in the third when Mark Fletcher Jr. ripped off a 57-yard run, injecting life into the Hurricanes and cutting the deficit 10-7, 3 points. But the defining play of the game came minutes later. Indiana blocked a Miami punt and recovered it in the end zone, instantly flipping momentum back to the Hoosiers and pushing the lead 17-7 back to a 10-point lead. Special teams once again mattered more on the biggest stage. This was amazing to see that happen. That was the biggest momentum swing of the game. Fourth quarter, bet hope your fours. Fourth quarter drama. Miami refused to fold. Fletcher scored again early in the fourth to tie the game 17-17. Indiana responded with a poised physical drive finished by Heisman Trophy winner Fernando Mendoza's 12-yard touchdown run. Carson Beck answered once more, finding Malachi Toney for a 22-yard touchdown to pull Miami within 3, 24-21, but Indiana never panicked. A long clock-draining drive set up Radicic's 35-yard field goal with 1:42 remaining. The dagger that sealed a 27-21 national championship victory, at least point-wise. Carson Beck drops back, midfield, seconds left, tosses it over the middle, 2 deep, cover 2, and guess what? Baited. Mari Sharp picks that sucker off, knee taken, game over. Indiana didn't overwhelm Miami with stats. They won it with 0 turnovers, special teams excellence, clock control, and situational execution. Miami showed heart, toughness, and late game resilience. They did, but Indiana showed championship maturity, man. 16-0, champions, perfect season. Teran, talk about it, man.
Absolutely amazing. Just a pure cinematic game. I got to give it up to Miami. They really showed up in the second half. I just thought that they were doing great defensively. It's like, I think Indiana did not play their best game. I think Indiana was struggling in all sorts. I mean, Fernando Mendoza didn't have his greatest game, but that 12-yard touchdown run was probably the thing that will make him go down in history as one of the greats in Indiana football history. I'll also just say special teams do matter, and time of possession also mattered as well. Like, Indiana probably could have wound up winning the game sooner had they not gotten that false start on 2nd and 1. But they came up big when it mattered most, and this is what Indiana did. They came up big when it mattered most, and no matter who punched them in the mouth, no matter who they faced, no matter what adversity they faced, they stood straight in the eye and they didn't blink. And that's what champions do. And that's what number 1 teams in the nation do. And that is what undefeated teams do. The Big Ten wins their 3rd straight national championship in football. Indiana joins the likes of Michigan and among others as undefeated national champions. And Fernando Mendoza, I hope the Raiders don't pass on him, because if they do, then they deserve to be disbanded.
The Raiders are, again, my team is a bunch of idiots, so unfortunately running it, so I don't know what's going to happen. But I will say, Teran, we had a show earlier today talking all about this team, about these teams, giving a preview to this national championship as the trophy was just handed off. Well, we got a guy who's, I think, it's celebrating himself right now, and, well, he's looking pretty excited. Glad to have him, ladies and gentlemen, welcoming, of course, he's never daunted either. Ladies and gentlemen, welcoming our Indiana insider, and here to talk about this Hoosier victory, Big Mike. Congratulations, brother.
Man, I never thought in my life I would ever see this day. I mean, I felt, we were on the show earlier today, and I felt confident they'd win the game, but it's still like, you just never know, right? It's football. It's one game. You never know what can happen. But I never thought in a million years I'd be sitting here with you guys saying, IU football are national champions. Well, it's unbelievable, man.
Isn't it? I mean, seriously, man, what's going on? We got Brian Francione up in here getting excited for you. Mike, this was incredible, man. What an amazing game. That block punt. I mean, walk us through the emotions throughout the entire game for you.
Yeah, I mean, that block punt, to me, that was kind of it for me personally. I mean, I'm not trying to downplay the Mendoza touchdown, because that was obviously off the charts. What a play call there, by the way. But it just goes to prove that all 3 phases of the game are important.
Yes,
And IU played some really good defense, especially the first half. And it's just, when you're in close games like that, especially, that's where it really draws out how special teams really matter. And I mean, you look at the block punt, you look at the Miami missed field goal, and when you're in a close game like that, those things matter. And and good for Kamara, because he's not had statistically the best season this year. He had a monster season last year, and this year's not been his best year statistically. But for him to come up with that big block punt, and to me that was where the momentum went, and that's where I felt pretty confident IU was going to pull this thing out.
And they did. I mean, that was an amazing block. I mean, this whole game, it was everything and not everything we thought it was going to be, right? Like, I mean, we thought for sure. Today we were talking about it with Joey Jets, and we were like, look, you and I, and all of us here, and Josh Ritter, obviously, when we had you guys on for the semifinal preview show a couple weeks ago, we said it, that the winner of that game, the Peach Bowl, okay, a couple Fridays ago,
Yes.
was going to be the winner of this game. And again, it was kind of mean. Didn't mean to, I mean, obviously Ole Miss
Right.
or Miami. You didn't want to. You didn't want to do it, but you kind of knew Oregon was special. Indiana was more special, and you just didn't, you didn't want to say it. But I think a lot of people knew it. Overall, man, going back to what we talked about on that Friday a couple weeks ago, I mean, when you look back at that conversation we had, I mean, what are you thinking now? I think, a little bit harder, a little bit better for Miami, or are you thinking, no, it was just Miami played really hard and Indiana was always better? What'd you think?
Well, I thought Indiana was still the better team, but Miami is. I mean, I even said in our group chat that like Miami was back. And look, credit to Miami. Like they battled. That defense is legit. But the thing at the end of the day is I'm not trying to hate on anybody here or anything like that. I never could trust Carson Beck. And I just thought in that situation against a very good IU defense, which I still to this day think they do not get enough credit, that I didn't think he could make the plays. And I'm like, I'm just waiting for this Carson Beck mistake. Bam, there it was. And not hating on the kid. I just personally, I've just not been into the hype of him. I mean, I'm not not hating, but I think it's also a thing to IU's defense. I mean, you look at their statistically, IU's defense has been phenomenal all year,
Mm-hmm.
and Miami's defense obviously has been too. I mean, Bain Jr. hell of a player, no doubt about it. He showed
Oh,
that
yeah.
tonight. He showed that tonight. Hell, I'd love to see him in a Colts uniform. It's not going to happen, but we'd love to see it. But that's another story. But I mean, yeah, it's just I'm still just I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I'm still a little bit of a shock. This is just the second losingest college program ever is now national champions. It's like, and I get the game's different, whatever, fine. But yeah, it's still like it's just mind blowing to me.
No, definitely. I mean, the trophy was just lifted right now. Signetti and his
Yeah,
boys, man. Look at Mendoza. I mean, they are cradling, they're loving that trophy and well earned, man. First ever 16-0 season. Like I said, first time they ever played this gigantic bracket compared to what we've used to seeing. I mean, going to the BCS, this thing is gigantic, right? But
yeah,
I mean,
right.
we had ourselves a great season, man. These guys are loving it. This trophy right here means so much. Mike,
It can
what
be
is
done.
it can be done. It can be done. I've got a question
Yes,
for Teran coming up in a few moments, actually. But Mike, real quick, what does this mean to the city of Bloomington?
it means I don't know if I can put it into words what this means. I mean, it's something as I said to you guys earlier today, like decades and decades of just losing football. And I made a comment today that shout out to those true and diehard fans who showed up to watch them get murdered week after week. And it's funny because Indiana is known as a basketball state, right? And so for those fans who've been covering this team and the journalists have been covering this team, like I forgot to mention this earlier, but Don Fisher, who's the voice of Indiana sports, who's been covering this IU for 50 years and gets to see for the first time Indiana winning a national championship in football. Um, yeah, you can't put it in the words. I mean, it's off the charts. It's amazing. I don't know. I could complete an adjective to put what this means to the diehard IU fans out there. Hey, congratulations to them. I mean, they've been waiting their whole lives to see this, and yeah, I don't know if you can put in the words, man. It's just something we all never thought we would see, and here we are. We're seeing it, and as I've told my close and true friends who are IU people. I'm like, go enjoy this to the best you can, man. Like, just go and have a ball with it. And yeah, I don't know if I can put words into it, man. It's just it's that special, and I don't know words do it justice.
You know what, man? Yes, you hit it on the head. There is no words because this city, this place, that part of the map on Indiana will be partying for days, and you know what? Well deserved. This is
Yep.
a very special team, and we've seen it. I mean, it's something amazing to see, and obviously we don't want to keep you all night. I know it's getting close to midnight over there for you, Mike, but I do want to say really fast here. I do want to go around the table really quick. What do you think, Teran, real quick, man? What is next? What do you think is next for Indiana football? What do you see in the we can talk about the near future or even take it on the next couple of years? What are you thinking?
Well, for starters, you have to give it up to the Indiana faithful that showed up to Hard Rock Stadium. Their fan base outnumbered all the Miami fans. It was ridiculous. I was just so impressed. I was thinking, is that a lot of red or is that just like a little bit more darker orange? But no, these Indiana fans traveled really well. And Fernando Mendoza didn't have the greatest game, like I said, but he put on one final game in his hometown. It was just unbelievable that he just had himself an amazing game. But what's next for Indiana? Well, their fans and the entire team have to get back to Bloomington. But who knows? Maybe this could be the start of something special. I mean, it just shows, and Kurt Signetti just said it, it can be done, and it definitely can be done no matter what. I mean, Indiana didn't have the biggest, flashiest guys. They didn't have any 5 stars, but they did it. They wound up winning the national championship. They won the Big Ten championship. They blew out powerhouses like Oregon and Alabama. It was just unreal. So for Indiana, I think they just got to enjoy the moment. It'll be interesting what next year brings. Earlier this year, I thought Indiana was going to be taking a step back and they were going to lose to Old Dominion, but they proved me wrong. So I don't think we could doubt this Indiana team by any means.
No, there's no way.
For next year.
Totally. Zero. I'm totally with you. No doubt, man. This team, if they can keep that going. We talked about the guys who are headed there this year. I mean, this is exciting with in the Navy All-American Bowl we talked about, and the next up or in the next Under Armour Bowl we talked about. I mean, there are some good commits going their way. So Mike, like you said, we're not going to keep you all night. You know, obviously we'll let you go after this, man, because I know you want to go celebrate. You want to be excited. You want to go do your thing for Indiana, and definitely deserved. Looking forward to your video coming out soon for IU Sports Radio. But I will say, what do you think, man? What is next for Indiana from your vantage point?
Man, they're not going away. I mean, love them or hate them, they're not going away. I mean, we've seen what they've done in the portal already. And they've got guys who are still eligible who are on this team now that they haven't completely said they're coming back, but they've kind of led some inklings that they're coming back. So this team's not going away, man. It's college football is obviously different than what it once was. We all know that. But this the transfer portal they've completely rated. I mean, they've gotten guys who are committed to powerhouse schools that have changed their commitments to Indiana. And this team's not going to go away, man. I'm not going to sit here and say they're going to win another natty next year, but they're going to compete. They're not going away. This isn't the Indiana of old. So I would just say watch out for Indiana, man. You better bring your best because as Miami found out tonight, you got to play your best football. And they made too many mistakes tonight, and we saw the result. So look out for Indiana going forward.
Definitely, man. This is a special team. And again, we're gonna see, man, Coach Signetti, everywhere this guy has gone. I mean, can we just zone in on him really quick? I mean, look at his career, man. I mean, if you think about it, and I saw this before. I've seen this before where I was looking like, I saw it like on graphics and they've talked about it and everything. Look at where this guy has been the last couple of years. I mean, obviously he's Indiana, but where was he at before that? Obviously, James Madison, helping them out. They became pretty damn strong. He was at Elon, he was at IUP, but look at, UP, sorry, IUP. IUP. Sorry, I messed up. I thought I mixed up my words. But obviously came from Alabama. Obviously, is a Saban guy, right? And
Yep.
again, everywhere he's gone, he's done pretty solid things. Now he's at Indiana. Now this is his turn. And honestly, man, this is a strong football team. He has built something great there. He's building a culture that is so close to what we've seen with Nick Saban, that no nonsense, do your job, 1/11th kind of mentality. And I love it, man. So yeah, man, like you said, Mike, you get on out of here for the evening, man. We appreciate you. Any last thoughts, comments, words you want to say before you're out here tonight?
Hey, man, I'll just say this to those true and tried IU fans who are just dealing with it. I'm not talking about the bandwagoners, because we all know how bandwagoners can be, but for those ones who dealt in the doldrums and the misery of IU football for so many years and who just stuck it out, you deserve this. Congratulations. Enjoy this. We never thought we'd see it, but here we are, man. Go enjoy it. Hell of a game with Hurricanes. It was a hell of a team. But yeah, I'm still in shock, man. I'm not even gonna lie. But yeah, just IU fans, go enjoy this. Go enjoy this respectfully. Try not to burn down too many things tonight. They probably will, but whatever. But yeah, yeah, they probably will. But it's neither here nor there. But yeah, no, it's mind blowing. It's just enjoy it, all you fans. You deserve it. The ones who stood by the football team for decades, enjoy this moment, and you deserve it. So, what a night! What a season!
Freaking night. I love it. What a night. What a season. 16-0 champions you are. All right, Mike. Hey, man, again, thank you for joining us for a little bit here tonight. We're about to close it on up right now, but again, we're excited to have you. Thank you for being on the show a couple weeks ago for the first game, and then for earlier today and tonight, man. We really appreciate you and look forward to your recap video of this coming up on IE Sports Radio.
You got it, buddy. Thanks, guys.
Take care, man. Have a wonderful night, Mike.
You too.
All right, so that was Big Mike, man. Gotta throw him over. That was Big Mike, man. Indiana, look, I'm just gonna throw it out there. This team's gonna be strong. They're gonna be an issue for people. Okay, and I love it because the Big Ten is just getting stronger, and that's what it's all about. These guys know that you have to be a certain type of strength to be in this conference now. Okay, the SEC is not the only powerhouse anymore. The SEC is still the SEC, but the Big Ten has proven themselves to be pretty freaking strong themselves, adding plenty of teams 3 in a row. This is special, man. So again, looking forward to next season, what will happen. But overall, I just think what's next for Indiana, we got a lot of positivity coming. I love how Mike said we're not necessarily looking for, obviously they would love another natty, but it's nor here nor there. It's way too early. If they win one, sweet. If they don't, they don't. What it comes down to it, tonight will never be taken away from these guys. And they played so freaking well. Perfect season. What a job. Again, Hoosiers win their first ever national championship. Getting it done. Well said earlier too, Teran. Well said about that. I like that. Talking about their what you see for them in their future, and just a bunch of 3-star guys, not a lot of 5 stars. Now we're gonna see a lot of those guys coming this way, man, or coming their way. So, all right, Teran. Well, before we're out of here, I gotta switch it up a little bit and put it into that orange. Well,
I actually do want to add one more thing about Indiana before we talk.
What do we got?
So I think last year was kind of the case of Indiana was happy to be in the college football playoff because, well, they obviously finished on the outside looking in terms of the Big Ten championship. And then they were in the college football playoff. They were the 10 seed. They took on Notre Dame. Obviously, we know what happened. I think last year was just a case of they were happy to be in the college football playoff. This year was just a case of they knew they could win. Every week, the fans just kept believing, and their team just kept believing. And Again, they
Yeah.
just needed a team. They didn't need like a bunch of superstars. They didn't need to throw NIL or money at anybody. They just need to have a team full of believers. And every week they proved themselves, whether it was ugly on the road, whether it was pretty at home, whether it was grinded out against the number one team in the nation, whether it was grinded out against the worst team in the nation. This Indiana team proved itself time after time. And now the ball is in their court going forward, because now everything is going to be coming up greatness for them. But next year is going to be really fascinating to see what they can do to repeat.
Oh, it will be. It will be. Let's see if they can do it. You know, a couple of years ago, we saw Michigan win it for the first time. We're like, oh my gosh, it's Michigan, and they fell quick. So again, it's all about, but I think Cignetti's going to stay for a while. I think he's going to be there. He's going to grow roots there, man. I don't think he has desire to go anywhere else. He wants to be there. He wants to coach his team. And I know money talks, but you know what, man? Guys like him, guys like Saban, hey, they find their place and they know what they got. They know they want. I mean, think about it, Teran. I mean, what would you rather have? I get it. Yes, money. I get it. It's the way of the world. I totally understand that. But it's really cool because guys like Cignetti, they see it. They know they're getting money. They know they're getting paid. Okay, they know this. All right, that's rule number one: make a living. But when it comes down to it, man, they want to build something special. They want to build that dynasty. Since 2009 up until a couple of years ago, Indiana was the gold standard, man. And even with Ohio State flickering in and out, even with Clemson flickering in and out, even with Oregon and a couple other teams, okay, Auburn was in there 1 year. Remember that? Yeah, but when it comes down to it, dude, Alabama, it didn't matter. It didn't matter. The crazy part about Alabama was they were so good, and Saban was such a freaking great coach, and they recruited so well that no matter what, Alabama could have lost in the quarterfinals. Okay, they could have lost. Isn't that crazy that Alabama couldn't have even been anywhere near the national championship, but you still feared them on your schedule the next season because you knew how good they were. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I'm talking about. And some people can downplay that, but whatever. Say what you want to say. But what I'm saying is that's the kind of team Cincinnati wants to build. You see that. And this is special. This is a special team, man. And I love what they got going on here. So I'm really excited for them moving forward. I really do believe they're going to have this is going to be a strong program. It already is, but it's going to continue to be a strong program. So, but yeah, good stuff there, Teran, and thanks for chiming in with that. But, we got to talk about these guys before we're out of here today, man. So we talk about what's next for Indiana. What's next for Miami? So, Teran, I'm going to ask you a question. I've been asking you for a couple of years now. Because some of them crazy Miami fans, they win a few games and they would beat some FCS teams. And before you know it, the U was back. Well, this year, they look pretty close to being back. But there's this darn question that's looming right now, Teran. And after this game, I got to ask you, man. Is the U back?
Before I answer, I will just say they gave it a great effort. They were close to being back, but they couldn't close. So they're back in terms of being top 10 or top 5, but they're not back as a whole. But if they can retain all their players like Fletcher, Tony, I think this team can be back. But the transfer portal can giveth, and the transfer portal can taketh. And who's going to be filling in at quarterback next year following Carson Beck's departure? We will have to wait and see.
I'm totally with you, man. Totally with you. And I will say this. Is the U back? Close. They're close. Because, again, when we talk about the U being back, we're talking about freaking the 2001 monstrous team, the 80s team that was ridiculous. Well, this team's pretty good, but they haven't reached that level just yet. So when we're talking about the U being good, being better, that's good. But back, that's greatness. Because the U, if you're going to say, is the U back, you got some timeless, historic teams to match up against. So that's the only reason why I've really been hitting that hard. And obviously, I just like to mock the U fans sometimes because, well, they get a little crazy talking about they're back. Well, if you're going to be back, win some hardware. And if you're going to be back, be like those teams in the past. You've seen Ray Lewis. You seen, right? You seen him there. He was there. Okay. You seen that freaking monster. All right. You seen Michael Irvin there. Yeah, those team, yeah, that team. Okay. That's not easy to mimic. So I know there can never be another team like that, but why not be another team that's close to that? And that's what we call the U being back. Again, it's just that level of greatness of the U being what the U once was twice. Because that team in the 80s was ridiculous. The 01 team, I don't think will ever be duplicated ever. With the transfer portal, it might. Okay. But I'm just saying, this is that's the U. But again, I'm not dissing the U, man. They're out there. To me, they're not back as in that caliber, but they're freaking damn close. This team is so good. Tonight they played so well. They were on a different level all season, and they were number 10 team getting in, Darren. They were the number 10 team overall getting in, and
The
they
last
won
team
ugly.
to get Nat Large, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, think about that, man. They have this year, they did so much. So again, before anybody's talking about, oh, you just hate the U and you're a hater. No, I'm not a hater. I'm just saying what I see. But I will tell you, yeah, give them the Shannon Sharp there. But I mean, no hater here. It's just again, the U is a great football team. They really are. They was a really good football team, but great. Well, let's see. Let's see if they can be great. I think this team is on their way. But what's next for them? What's next for Miami? I'll go first. I think this team is going to have some good success moving forward if they can keep up what was done this year. Mario Cristobal did something great, man. He did something very good here. He really, really turned this team around. He got them to this stage. It happens, man. You don't win it all. Sometimes you win it all in the first try, like Indiana. Sometimes you don't. But if you can just keep it going, Cristobal's got. I mean, right now, look at this pipeline. I mean, look at that. Those Miami schools are unreal. Taryn, we talk high school football on this show. Look at all these freaking amazing schools, man. Northwestern, Chaminade Madonna, okay? American, I mean, think about all this. American Heritage. I mean, just amazing football teams, man. I mean, these teams over there in Florida are just, they're monstrous, So, what do you call it? Who else is over there, man? I'm telling you, like we talk about all these teams. St. Thomas Aquinas is over there. Yep, STA. I mean, these football teams over there in the Florida area, like IMG. They are solid. The IMG Academy. I mean, these guys, we talk about them all year long. We talk about these football teams every single year about this. I mean, right now in the top 25, there's at least 3 or 4. I mean, it's credible. Yeah, St. Thomas Aquinas in there. The Reigns is a brand new team that was in there this year. They were 14-0. I mean, again, you got a lot of recruits coming out from these schools, man. And St. Thomas Aquinas, of course, being the best team in Florida right now. But still, man, I mean, they have an amazing pipeline. So Cristobal is going to use that, man. They're going to be good. If Miami wants to, they can be as good as they want to be, right? But they got to have it. So I think he's going to attract a lot of those kids, and I believe this program is going to be pretty solid moving forward. So is the U back? I wouldn't say just yet, but they're freaking close. So Taryn, still got his Set Point shirt on. By the way, I had an amazing show earlier. I got to show Taryn some love, man. I had a great show earlier, talking some volleyball, man. Still can't believe Northridge lost, or they're on the freaking downward spiral right now, but we'll see. But with that said, Taryn, before we're out of here, man, of course, let's go ahead and ask you the same exact question. What's next for Miami?
Well, for starters, they got to keep their players. They got to make sure the transfer portal doesn't take their top players away. I know money's going to talk, but Mario Cristobal's got something going here. The big question is, who's going to take over at quarterback? Are they going to roll with Emory Williams, who had the second most passing yards on this team, which doesn't say too much because he didn't have any touchdowns? Are they going to get a transfer quarterback from the transfer portal? Are they just going to have to develop a new quarterback? What's their offense going to look like? Can they score in terms of the recruiting class? Will they be able to score in terms of the transfer portal, or will they just be a one-hit wonder, kind of like Washington was a couple of years ago when they wound up winning when they wound up making the national championship, only to lose to Michigan, which I hope that's not the case for Miami. I mean, I feel that they put the ACC on the map just because nobody really thought highly of the ACC. Everyone thought it was going to be the Big Ten or the SEC in the national championship, which they were half right. But Miami made the most of its opportunity. They were the last team to get an at-large. I don't want to discredit Tulane and James Madison, but they were in the group of 5. But Miami made the most of its opportunity. They could have easily folded in that windy defensive slugfest against Texas A&M, but they didn't. They didn't back down, and they jumped on Ohio State early and often. They could have easily wavered against Ole Miss, who had one of the better offenses in the nation, but they didn't. Miami proved that they're on the cusp of not being back like they were back in 2001, but being here in the present, proving to everybody that they deserve to be in that echelon of national championship contenders, because they were 101 chance to even make the college football playoff. I can't imagine what their odds were to win the national championship before the season began. Indiana's odds to win the college football playoff national championship was 100-1. So Miami has proven that it can almost be done, but for them, they got to make sure they're not a one-hit wonder like Washington was. Otherwise, this whole thing will be lost in the wind. Will be lost forever.
Totally agree, man. So as we close up here, man, what a season. It was so special, man. And congratulations again, Indiana, the Hoosiers, man. These guys win their first ever national championship national championship in program history. Just what a special year. What an amazing performance on that stage tonight in Miami in the Orange Bowl. And just what a great turnout, man. So this school proves to be elite. They are here and they're ready, man. So just what a great year, man. I'm going to tell you, that's it. That's the final college is over. We got the Shrine Bowl coming up now next week. We got, what do we got? Oh, obviously the Senior Bowl coming on up next Saturday, but we got a lot coming up, man. And, college football wise, it's already over, but we got, two more of these all-star games. And that's it, man. So the confetti fell tonight. That is it. And well, we are out of here, man. But I will say it was a great one. We had a great show tonight, man. And appreciate you being here. This has been a lot of fun, man. We are done for the year. Well, done for the year, but done with college football now for the year. As we've been saying all year long, man, congratulations again to the four-peat of College of DuPage, kicking us off in December with the NJCAA Division III. Congratulations again to the 3C 2A champions, the JUCOs of California. San Mateo this year getting it done, winning another one, third in the last 4 years. That's crazy. In the NJCAA, Iowa Western getting the Blue Dragon off their back, if you will, defeating Hutchinson, man. That's going to be fun for years to come, hopefully, with those two programs. Iowa Western getting it done. In the Division 3, talk about a special year. Wisconsin River Falls getting it done this year as well. Division 2, well, of course, right? Of course, we all knew Fair State do again, but amazing year for these guys. Moving forward, man, in the NAIA, Grandview doing the deal, getting another one in there, back-to-back champs, and of course, FCS. Can't leave out what a great year it was for Montana, the Montana State Grizzlies, and now the final of college football is over, and it is the Indiana Hoosiers getting it done, man. So, Baron, it's crazy, man. We had a great year of college football, and now it's all done, man. So we're loving every minute of it. It was a great year, and that's it. So next up, we have, again, like I said, the Senior Bowl, East West Shrine Bowl. Teran and I will be back this Saturday, January 24th. We'll be talking all about the NFL, of course. We got Tip Sunday coming up next Sunday on the 25th. And again, East West Shrine Bowl will be on the 27th, Tuesday the 27th. Senior Bowl on the 31st. Pro Bowl, which is the Pro Bowl games on my birthday, February 1st. And then one more show, man. We got two more, pre and post, for Super Bowl 60 coming up on February 8th. And that's it, man. We're going on to the offseason, the combine, and all the good stuff. Teran, any last thoughts, comments, words you want to say for the show tonight?
So I just realized that Indiana handed Miami its first loss. They became the first AP-ranked team to hand Miami a loss this year. So tough tamale for Miami, but Indiana completed the story.
They sure did, man. And what a season it was. With that said, you guys, for my boy Teran Rodriguez, from me, your boy Larry B, we will see you this Saturday, 7 a.m. Pacific Time, 10 a.m. Eastern, right here on IU Sports Radio. Your directly for all that is sport. Until then, take care. And as always, God bless.
Peace.
Peace.